this is Jaded Silk. I was asked to do a really quick tutorial on how to draw eyes and to go over a couple basic things. This is just a sketch that I did a while ago for a character design sheet, but I just labeled the parts of the eye. You have here the top lid, the sclera, which is the white of the eye, the bottom lid, the iris, the pupil, which is the black part of the eye. The iris is the part with the color, and then the tear duct in the corner. It's always really important to remember that. A lot of artists forget to draw it all together. So, onwards. I drew a bunch of what looks like random shapes, but this is actually just a few of the different eye shapes. They're very unique based on the individual. So these are just like the basic UFO blobs, and then if you look, all sorts of different realistic eyes. They really do come in a whole bunch of different shapes, depending on ethnicity and about a dozen other things, and just native to the person. So you can't really necessarily mess up an eye shape or have an eye shape be particularly wrong. The only real difference in eye shape is going to be in Asians for sure, where many do not have a second part of the eyelid, which is very, very noticeable in Japanese and Chinese people, but also in some people from Mongolia and other parts of the world. But that's really about it. I mean, it's so unique to different people. Really quick, I just want to do some steps in how to draw an eye. I have to keep this video really short, and you don't want to sit there and watch me draw the same thing over and over again. So your basic steps are going to be, you can watch me trace what I've already drawn. Put me on the layer. It's sassing me. Alright. Drop down here and grab, make this a slightly smaller brush so you can at least kind of see what I'm doing. You start with the basic shape of the eye. Then you are going to go ahead and add your eyelid here. Go ahead and add in the eye itself. One of the ways, if you're concerned about like if it's the right shape, is to just literally make a full circle like this and then erase that part. But we're not going to do that. You've got your eye shape in here now. Don't forget, one of the things I wanted to point out, and that's kind of why I left an extra here, is to look where the eyelash growth is in the eye. Most people will stop about here on the way to the inside of the eye on the top. Some people do go all the way down, most do not. And on the bottom, it can go the full length of the eye, though usually about here is where the eyelash growth is going to stop. So what we want to do now is remember to add the edge of the eye here, the tear duct. There's a little bit of shadow in here. Underneath here, this is the lower eyelid. The eyelashes can grow. I didn't do a very good job over here because I had the eyelashes growing from the wrong spot. The eyelashes actually grow underneath here like this. This is just the edge of the lower lid, and they grow underneath. That area of the eye actually stays bright white, but when I'm pulling my lines and when I'm sketching really fast like I've done over here, you'll see that I just kind of get sloppy and get up in there, and I really shouldn't. But that's the basic steps to drawing an eye. Let's really quick talk about where to place eyes in the face. This is not my drawing. I wish it was, but it's not. It's out of one of my art files. I have no credit for the original artist, so if you know who did this or what book this is in, please let me know and I'll credit it. I have zero idea. The head, or the face, is going to start here at the hairline and end at the chin for what we're working on today, and you're going to break that into thirds. The first third is going to hit at the tops of the ears, and it goes from the start of the hairline to the tops of the ears. The next third is going to stop at the bottom of the nose. And last but not least, the last third starts at the bottom of the chin. This gives you a good idea of where to aim and to put your eyes, because the eyebrows usually match up or are slightly above the tops of the ears. The top of the eye is usually even with the top of the ear, roughly. In anime, this is different. People put ears all over the place. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about actually placing an eyes correctly in a drawing, anatomically correct. Japanese animation really warps where the ears are put. If you will look here, you will see that the eyes are 3 wide, generally speaking. You have the eye, the bridge of the nose is the width of another eye, and then you have the other eye. Anywhere between 1/2 of an eye and 3/4 of an eye is the distance between the outside edge of the eye and where the ear starts. So right here, so right about there. That's basic placement and where you would want to be putting things. Now we're going to go to my last really ugly, horrible, fast MS Paint sketch here. And I was asked, well, if you draw a really good eye and you freak out and you panic and you can't draw the other one and you can't mirror it, if you're doing digital, you really don't have to worry about that. There's a super quick, easy trick, and I will show it to you. Make sure I'm on the right layer. I've drawn this on a different layer, so the lines are on top of the white background. All I'm going to do is grab my lasso tool. I am in Photoshop. I'm going to come in here. I've grabbed the eye. I'm going to hit Control C, which is copy. I'm going to hit Control V, which is paste. I now have another eye. And we're going to take it and we're going to go Edit, Free Transform, select Inside, and you have a number of things. I'm just going to flip it horizontally, and there is my other eye. I'm going to hit Enter and tell it to stop messing with it. And then I'm going to come in here, and as long as I don't grab any other button and I use the Move tool over in the corner, I can move this eye around and place it wherever I want to. Obviously, right here is the place I want to do that because we are going 3 eyes. So 1 eye, another eye, a third eye. So you're going to come over here. And then you have, again, anywhere between 1/2 to 3/4 of an eye distance here. As you can see, if I kind of nudge the edge, it's right about at 3/4 on this particular face shape. But that is the basics of how to draw an eye, and hopefully this was helpful. Thanks, guys.